Hey, so I have a belief that every problem in this world can be solved by good quality water, a great meal, and some sleep. Those three things. And today we're gonna tackle number one, great quality water. Hey everybody, Susan here, aka KindaQwerky, and today we're gonna be talking about hydration, which is so needed because you know water is the source of life. Like when we go to other planets, we look for water because life as we know it here comes from water. Now, a few little things about water real quick. So every day, 6,000 people in this world die of waterborne illness. 5,000 of them are children. And you may recall when growing up, your mom or dad may have told you, hey, there are starving kids in Africa, you know, regarding like eating your vegetables. And that is true. However, there are also obese people in America. So I totally leave that stuff on my plate from now on. However, I do think to myself, there are thirsting children and dying children in Africa from not having clean water. And so for that, I am so grateful that we have clean water in this country. I try to get as much water in me as possible. And I'll say that this is a challenge for me every single day. Now it's a challenge that I feel great when I accomplish it. And it is one that I can attain every single day. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy. It's because every day I get to win just by having enough water. Now, right now while I'm recording this video, here in California, we're moving out of summer and into fall. I actually find it's easier to stay hydrated when it's hot out because the heat reminds me, oh, it's time to drink. As we move into winter months, I find that it's actually harder to stay hydrated. And I don't know if any of you find the same thing because it's dry out, it's cold, so I'm not thinking about, you know, sipping on water all day long unless I'm drinking maybe like a hot tea. This is me in the winter when I'm cold. I don't want to drink any water because I'm cold and I know it'll just cool off my body even more. Doesn't really matter what time of year it is so important to stay hydrated. Fact is, we can live without food for weeks and weeks, but without water, we can really only live a few days. How do you know if you are dehydrated? Well, if you're crabby, you might be dehydrated. If you lick your tongue across your bottom lip and it feels a little dry or even just a little rough, you might be dehydrated. If your skin, this is kind of a weird one, if you pinch your skin and it doesn't snap back right away. Some forms of acne and wrinkles can be caused by dehydration. If you're hungover while you're watching this video, you are definitely dehydrated. If your body is not absorbing water, by the way, your pee is going to come out clear, which isn't a bad thing. If it comes out clear, you know that you're getting more than enough water. But when it's any shade of yellow, it actually shows that there are toxins coming out of the body. That's good. We want the toxins to be released because when the toxins stay in the body, that's when people get that fat around their bellies. So consuming ample water is also good for keeping fat off. If that's not enough reasons to consume water, I don't know what you people want. So today I'm going to talk about everything that I do to consume water to make it helpful because some people, let's face it, they just do not like water. When I was younger, I did not like water. I liked it out of the hose. I remember that. I liked hose water, but I did not like the kitchen sink water. First, let's talk about some of the beverages that can help us hydrate. Now, clearly, water is a great one. If you really don't dig the taste of water, I like to put lemon in my water. Now, I don't feel like juicing lemons every day, so I froze my lemon juice as ice cubes. I put them in my water bottle, and then I put some stevia in there. Stevia is an herb. It comes from a leaf. 0 calorie. I love the drops. It's all depending on taste. Start out very small because you can always add more. When I'm all finished with this and that lemon ice cube is melted, usually it makes the water kind of cloudy and it looks like a Smirnoff. And I like to joke when I take it out with me that I'm icing my bros. Another great way to make sure you're getting water in you is to use a tea. That was something that I hinted at last time. I had one of these with me. This is actually a pickle jar, if you remember that challenge. I just put one of my tea bags in the bottom of this. I put some hot water over it, and because it's summertime right now, I fill it with the hot water, I let it brew, pull the tea bag out, throw my ice in, and fill it up to the top for a delicious and refreshing cooling drink. When I say tea, I'm not talking about actual tea leaves. I drink herbal tea. Technically, herbal tea is not tea. There's actually no tea in herbal tea. It's flowers and leaves and grasses and pretty much whatever they want to pick and put it in this tea bag, and then we brew it just like we would tea, and maybe that's why it's called tea, because there's no tea in it. It's like white chocolate. There's no chocolate. Alcohol does not count as getting hydrated. Like, let's be sure we're clear. Wine does not count as getting hydrated. All these things are very dehydrating, right? Wine, alcohol, caffeine, all dehydrating towards the body. A lot of the things that we do during the day are dehydrating towards the body. There's also some great ways to get water through our food. In fact, there is only one mammal in existence that can get all of its water from the food that it eats. It never has to drink water. It is called the gerenuk. It's the giraffe antelope, and it's able to obtain all the moisture that its body needs from the leaves on the trees. You are not a gerenuk. Now there are some really obvious ones like soup, water-based soup, not cream-based, water-based soups like vegetable soups, minestrones, big pots of chili broths. I make my own broth. Like there's something about soups that I love. Vegetables contain so much water to them. Not dehydrated, hydrated veggies. It's great to be able to steam up some broccoli or eat a salad. If I feel like my body really needs to get hydrated, I will actually just throw a lot of my vegetables into my blender and I'll make a smoothie out of it. For a really good green smoothie recipe, I suggest you look up Kimberly Snyder, the nutritionist and the author behind the Beauty Detox Solution. Her green smoothie, the low sugar one, the one without the banana in it, is so delicious, and I know that it makes me feel fantastic. As you may already know, I have a protein shake every single day. What goes as the base of my protein shake? This morning I woke up, I had a water-based protein shake. That's another 8 to 16 ounces of water. The last thing is just really bottle size, and I think that tip is one of my favorite ones, which is I don't use glasses. I don't like to measure by glasses. I lose count of stuff like that. But if I have like a liter, this isn't actually a full liter, but if I have a certain size bottle and I know that I have to drink 2 of those a day or 4 of those a day, depending on what it is, or even like I know some people that they drink 1 gallon of water every single day, and that's how they track it. And I think that is the easiest way to track it. I showed you my Tervis bottle that I use. Quick point about bottles like this. I love this kind of bottle because it actually shows how many ounces are on it. And I realize you probably can't read that. I know that when I drink one of these, I'm getting 22 ounces of water. When I go to the gym, and this one's empty because we already drank out of it today, I take one of these bottles with me and I know that to the top, this is 32 ounces. This is a full liter. Those make it really easy to measure how much water. And I can't really say how much water someone is supposed to get in a day. It's different for everybody. And there's so many different rules of thought. I personally do not go by glasses of water because there's a lot of different glass sizes. If somebody came out with an IV drip that I could just like hook up overnight, that would be, well, just go ahead and sign me up for that. That'd be awesome if we could like wake up and hook ourselves up to an IV drip and then just get hydrated that way. So here's the thing, you guys, we are so fortunate in this country to have clean water available to us. I mean, I do not take it for granted that I can go to the store and just buy a bottle of water or something that will get me hydrated. I do not take it for granted that I can turn a faucet on. I don't dig drinking that water. However, I do not take that stuff for granted. And I know there's a lot of people that they're like, oh, conserve. And yes, I don't think we should waste the water. I just think it's so important to be able to get the amount of water that we need in our bodies every single day. That's it for hydration. So thanks for joining me today. If it's summer or winter, wherever you are, I hope that you are bathing in some luxury of goodness water. If you like this video or you just like water in general, give me a thumbs up. Please put any of your thoughts and ideas, recipes for how you get hydrated in the comments below. That would be fantastic. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share if you know somebody that's wicked dehydrated. This is a good time to grab this video and it on their wall. Set up a water date. Play some board games, some video games, go to the park, take your waters with you. I will see you guys next Thursday for a new video. Love you. There is more power in a liter bottle of water than there is in a single cup of coffee. Quick fact, coffee doesn't actually give our body energy. It actually cuts off the receptors to the brain that let the brain know that the body is tired. So it doesn't actually fuel the body. It just makes the brain not realize that the body is exhausted.